All right, happy First Impression Friday, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at Sarah Kirsten Sewing Patterns. She says, for creatives who enjoy the process of making, a little bit vague, but okay, I appreciate that. She does have this really lovely about section that you guys should all go read or pause the video to read through right now. Because it's a really great testimony for body positivity and why we make our own clothes and why that is so special and meaningful and empowering and all of those really lovely things. So she also says in here that she's drawn to beautiful natural fabrics, minimal and simple designs because that's the kind of life she wants to live. So I think that's what we're going to be able to expect looking through her patterns. Focus on the minimal. And then once we look at her paid patterns, we will also take a look at the freebies. So she does not have that many patterns. I'm counting 10, 11. So we'll take a quick look at all of them, even though some of them are not garments, just to get a feel for her design aesthetic and just the variety of patterns that she has. So this is called the Melon Mask. It gives you the opportunity to sew up 8 colors that you love, use up fabric scraps, and most of all, make you smile. And so I guess it comes in 3 different sizes, and they all feature this like windmill design. So, I mean, yeah, talk about using up scraps for sure. Double layer 2-ply, and then they have the 1/4-inch elastic around them. So that is her Melon Mask. Beginner, PDF, and then it is $5. Okay. Here is the Chamomile crop and dress. 14 bucks. The chamomile crop is designed to be a staple basic in your wardrobe, something to be dressed up or down to serve as a base for layering on cool days and worn sleeveless on warm days. The crop version is fully French seamed and uses wide double-rolled hem for high-quality tank top that feels beautiful next to your skin. Thrives in normal wash machine cycles and lasts for years. The dress version has large inseam pockets, blows in the wind, and has a beautiful 1-inch hem. The crop pairs well with high-waisted pants, skirts, blah, blah, blah. 2 shoulder and neck views, the wide shoulder and narrow shoulder. And wow, this is a very detailed description. Simple step-by-step illustrated instructions walk you through how to sew the French seams, bias tape around the neckline and armholes. Graded pattern that comes with a print at home, a copy shop version, and an AO version. And then there's some notes on fabrics. She's recommending them with a good amount of drape, like sand-washed rayon or linen, linen and rayon blends, and homespun cotton. But obviously, this speaks more to her natural aesthetic. The light to mid-weight woven fabrics category is really so broad. This is just sort of her vibe. And then she's saying it's for an intermediate beginner, but I cannot truly think of a design that would be more better for a beginner. I guess because of the French seams maybe, but if you're taught how to do that really well and it's explained thoroughly, then that should be fine for a beginner. And then if you buy this crop top and the wrap skirt together, you get a little bundle discount. Okay, and we'll look at the skirt here in a second. But we've got lots of photos to look through. Oops. Go, whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. What is happening? Start over. I got a little trigger happy. Okay, so here is the crop top. Yes, that is sitting just below the natural waist. It does have a little bit of tapering to it. And I don't know if this is the wide or narrow neckband, but yeah, pretty straightforward design. There are some darts in here. This must be the wrap skirt. We'll get to that in a second. The bias binding looks great, and look at this wonderful, really wide hem. I do love that on a basic tank top. Side seams, bust dart, and the hem you get to see really well in this photo. Oh, there's the scoopy back. That's really quite lovely. And then this is it made into a dress, I guess? Yeah, I love that scoopy back. Oh. Well, that's one way to sell a dress pattern. You know, I do like the gathered skirt added on. Um, Still incredibly basic. Like, there's no reason why a beginner couldn't sew this. But here's the differences in it's really in the strap width and neckline. So you have either a scooped, a more deeper scoop neckline, which I'm sorry is this one. Um, and I'm assuming the arm size is the same. The only difference is in the neckline, actually. So she's only like carved out a little bit more of this, like so. Um, and then you just tack on this gathered skirt. Obviously, you could make tiers for this if you wanted to really get bang for your buck and get a lot of different makes out of one pattern. This is really just a very basic jumping off point for lots of different things. Now this, okay, so we've got a 32-inch bust up to 44-inch. The waist goes from 24 to 36. So not the most inclusive design, not the most inclusive pattern that we've ever seen. But that's that's the way it is. That's what she wants to sell. So not much anybody can do about that. But again, cute, simple for sure, for sure. All right, now we've got this little fanny pack. That's fun. The fanny pack takes only 4 pattern pieces. The instructions walk you through how to cut them out. Big enough to hold a cell phone, wallet, keys, sunglasses. And then here's all your materials that you need and the fabric that you need as well. It looks beautifully finished. Yeah, easy enough to sew. It's basically like a dop kit with a strap attached to the back. The gold hardware is really nice. I wish there was a picture of it on a body so you could get an idea of like the scale. But okay, $12 for a fanny pack pattern. This is a really good like just blank canvas. You could do like, I don't know if anybody's doing like events or anything anymore, but or even for like the holidays, if you got this pattern, made it up in your sisters or daughters or granddaughters favorite colors, and then you could even get like a Cricut and do their name or use your embroidery machine to put like a floral something or another. This is a really nice little piece here to be able to do some embellishment or personalization. And I personally love carrying a fanny pack. Like, I don't do it like when I'm just going to Target, but if I'm going somewhere where I want to be hands-free, I love it. Okay, so this is the Rosemary Wrap. It is a true wrap skirt that sits on your natural waist and hugs and shows off your beautiful curves. It overlaps just the right amount to give you security and peace of mind even on windy days. Designed to have most of the difference between your full hip and your natural waist taken up by 4 elegantly positioned darts, which I think is what creates this like draping effect. And the remaining 2 inches or so taken up by pulling the ties tightly around your waist, causing beautiful drag lines to appear. It's easy to grade between sizes, and the wrapping nature makes it easy to get the fit right for your own body. Quick and easy to cut, 2 pattern pieces, curved hems and square hem. Both have lengthened, shortened lines. And then you get detailed instructions on the hem and a clever and easy way to attach ties that are sharp and tidy. Okay. Feels like you're wrapping yourself up tightly in handmade love and care that brings it confidence as you walk boldly into the world. I love that. It's a skirt that reminds you, I am who I am as you tackle the joys and trials of each day. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, let's look at the pictures. So, like I said, I think that this is where the little pleating situation happens. And then, like she said, you kind of pull up the ties a little bit and it creates like a little bit of a like swaddling effect, I guess. Here's the back. It actually, oh, it does also have these darts also. Or maybe that's what she meant. There aren't any darts in here. The darts are all vertical. That's probably definitely what she meant. Okay. So the difference between your full hip and your waist is taken in by these 4 darts, which if you're like me and you have like an extreme difference, you could always add more darts. But then you have the tie in the back. But I was going to comment on the length. It's actually quite a nice length, I think. I think it is supposed to be a bit of a mini skirt. But this is short without being like, oh. As Dan likes to say, I can see what she had for breakfast. We don't have that here. So yeah, you've got to imagine it too in some different fabrics. I was just going to say denim. Denim would be a really great option, which is what I think this is. But think of it too in like corduroy and like those winter type fabrics that we're all being drawn to right now. That could be a lot of fun. And this, I think, is just some kind of cotton. And I think also that this is the straight hem. See how it's at an angle there? Whereas this one has the more curved hem. I prefer the tulip hem personally. I think that's really feminine and really cute. Girl got naked in the woods, didn't she? That's okay. I appreciate that because I like seeing waistbands of bottoms. Okay, so the waist is 24 to 40. This one actually goes up 2 additional sizes from the top. So we've got a 24 to 40 inch waist and then a 35 to 51 inch hip. So much more inclusive in that regard. And because you can, take it in and let it out what seems to be really easily, I gotta imagine that this is a really easy thing to hack for a lot of different sizes. And then imagine too if you did like a ruffle here, that would also be really cute. Or if you did like a striped fabric and you could show off like the green line and how it wraps, that would also be really nice. Again, this is a basic what do I say? A basic like garment, but I think the design is actually a little bit more elevated. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that when she talks about, the hem being done really beautifully and this little special trick with the ties, I think that's going to allow you to make a garment that is simple to the eye, but that behind the scenes, like inside the seams, is where all of the like magic happens, and it could be a little bit more complicated than you might originally think. Maybe, I don't know. But I think it's cute, especially with the top. Like, I like this combo together. All right, now we've got the raspberry rucksack. This looks like fun. It's fully lined in the main compartment and the front pop-up pocket. The wide opening of the main compartment offers great functionality and easy packing and access to items in the bottom of the bag. 2 sizes. I love the idea of a mini bag for sure. Nothing like sporting a rucksack you made all by yourself. Okay. Oh, because it unzips all the way down. That's kind of cool. I can't say that I've seen anything like that. backpack or handles. Cute. See what I mean though? Like, this design here is very well thought out, and there's a really good reason why these straps do this little rigmarole. It's not just because it looks pretty. I think it reinforces them, and I don't know. I'm getting the impression that even though her designs, even though the finished pieces are simple, I think on the inside there's a lot of thought actually happening. Yeah, I could totally wear a mini one for sure. It's very deep too, like very deep. Okay, back to the beginning. This one's 14 bucks. Here's your finished measurements, and then what you need for the fabric and for the strapping, and then supplies. Wax canvas would be amazing. Advanced beginner to intermediate. How cute. Look at the mini. I want a mini one. For sure. But maybe a big one too. These are cute. Imagine them in like the art gallery canvas. It would be so pretty. Like, again, her aesthetic is very simple. I'm inclined to say plain. Even though I don't really like that. Why does plain have a negative connotation? It doesn't mean it's bad. Plain can be good. I'm more of a not plain. I like pattern. So I'm picturing like a floral or something really like stand out, or like a stripe, or even some of those like geometric, like painterly type of fabrics. There could be some really cute options there. Okay, so this is, oh, you can get the rucksack and the fanny pack together and save a little bit of money. Okay, this is the Clover Apron Dress. Combines the function of workwear with the elegance of a lightweight summer dress. The Clover Apron will easily become your go-to at-home dress. And Lord knows if we're not all just living in at-home dresses these days. Simple three-piece construction can be worn with or without a shirt underneath, ties in the front or back. Step-and-step instructions. Couple yards of fabric, thread, medium weight wovens. Okay, let's see here. Well, yeah, legit looks like an apron. And there's a little dart here. And then you have these spaghetti straps. And then these other straps. And then I guess it just wraps around. Oh. I love this. She's right, I would 1000% live in this. Imagine it too, like temperatures right now are like cool in the morning and then they get up to like 80 in the afternoon. So I could still wear this dress, but if I had like a lightweight, like bamboo rayon robe, oh, stop. I would be like the chicest at-home worker that ever existed. Pretty. Oh, wait, here it is, tied differently. That's it, tied in the front. You guys, I want this. It is, again, very simple, but I have a feeling that once you start constructing it, there's a few little things where you're just like, oh, that's so smart. You know what I mean? Plus, she says it takes 2 yards, but could it possibly take 2 yards? I bet you could get away with a little bit less than that. Maybe up to 2 yards. But maybe that strap, I don't know. I'm probably going to pick this one up though. I love that. Doesn't it just look so comfortable? Easy. Love that. Okay, this is a skirt. Kind of looks like a bag, but it's apparently a skirt. Designed to have the look and feel of a wrap skirt without the hassle of arranging long straps or the worry of it flying up in the wind. Simple skirt takes one pattern piece, 4 lines of stitching, and can be completed in a short amount of time regardless of your sewing experience. Okay. Broad range of woven fabrics. So I imagine what we've got here is, well, it's hard to say. Look how pretty these pictures are. Can we just talk about that little path for a second? Like, that's a whole mood. Are we going to get any close-ups of it? No. So I think what happens is you have this side seam completely sewn. You have this side seam sewn to a certain point where you can still step in it and get it over your hips. And then this tightens at your waist to get you the waist definition. And it's what keeps the skirt up. What I was also going to say about this dress or this skirt, and even the dress that we just saw that is maybe, intended just to be worn at home. When it comes to these simple patterns that don't have a ton of pattern pieces, this is whenever you can get that fabric that is just like so special, so unique. I'm talking about the holiday stuff, the real sparkly stuff, the stuff that would just be an absolute pain to cut into and sew into a bunch of different pieces. So cut up a bunch of different pieces and then have to sew it all back together again. When you have like one pattern piece or a few pattern pieces, you can really get and use some fabric that is really exceptional and have something that looks really special, even though it's actually very simple. Like this, you might be like, I'm not wearing that out of the house, but imagine if you wore this and it was, I can just picture like Sarah Jessica Parker, Sex in the City, like something like with those huge sequins or like, I don't know, some kind of like glittery situation, and you could totally wear that out. Nothing's gonna hang out, but if you made it in like a special fabric, I think that you could have something really unique. Okay, now we've got the Willow Bag Set. This is a set of dop kits, I guess. Simple bag set that opens wide for easy packing and unpacking and easy access to the items on the bottom when they are full. One pattern piece for each size. That's kind of cool. So it's like a little bit of origami. 6 lines of stitching from start to finish. Well, that's impressive, which makes these a quick and easy make. All 3 sizes are fully lined and have French seams for a clean finish on the inside. The instructions will walk you through how to cut the pieces by providing the exact dimensions and walking you through the simple steps. No printing is required. Okay. Oh, and it has a handle. Oh, it's a handle and then 2 little guys. You guys, this would be an exceptional gift, especially if they're really as quick and easy as it seems. I do wish we could see the inside though, because she mentioned that. Okay. Well, it is a duffel bag that is 3 feet, almost by 3 feet square. 3 feet, that's decent size. This would be a great little, like if you have someone that travels like for the weekend or for a couple days here and there, like maybe someone in college who like comes home for a couple days, or if you're in a long distance relationship and you guys are like traveling for a couple days back and forth, or like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of all the options, like a kid whose parents are split up and they go to dad's house for a couple days or mom's house for a couple days, or goes to visit the grandparents for a couple. There's just so many options. Yeah, the fact that it's just one pattern piece, that's incredible. But it also it's kind of like a wrapped gift, it makes total sense. $12. And again, you could get out your Cricut. You could use some of those really beautiful canvas prints that are available nowadays. Ruby Star has some really great ones. Art Gallery, already mentioned before. Super cool. Super cool. Okay, now we have you guys, this is a very risky name. Clematis? Oh God, I'm embarrassed to say that out loud. Clematis? That doesn't sound any better. Oh my god, I'm covering my face. I'm blushing. Literally, I'm blushing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hope that you guys are like picking up what I'm putting down with the. I'm not saying it out loud though. I am not. But if you know what I'm talking about, you definitely know what I'm talking about. If you don't DM me, we can have a private conversation. Okay. The tote is the ideal bag for dropping off books at the library, picking up vegetables at the community garden, taking your towel and water bottle to the beach. Lots of great examples for how to use this thing. Okay. Uses just 2 pattern pieces, one for the handle and one for the main body, and is beautifully unlined and French seamed throughout. Comes with the option of long and short handles. This is a paperless, printless pattern. The instructions provide exact dimensions, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Great. So we've got a lovely little tote bag. Have there always been other pictures underneath? Oh, wait. There have! Darn, now I want to go back. I bet all the times I was like, I wish I could see a picture of. She had it down here. Why aren't they up here in the listing? All right, well, we'll look through both of these. So I have been thinking about making some grocery bags. Because I live very close to a food store and I can walk there. I make a lot of trips and I go there often. I don't buy a lot every time I go, which is why I think something like this would be really great. I've also been thinking about produce bags because those are at least the plastic grocery bags I can reuse and repurpose, and I do a very good job of keeping them and reusing them. But those produce bags, man, there is like nothing you can do with those. So I have been thinking about a grocery bag for sure. And again, another really great example of using your Cricut or, embroidery machine or applique, I mean, all kinds of stuff that you could do to the outside of this bag. It's so basic. But here she took herself on a little picnic. And then here, I think she's just modeling them. But they are pretty decent sized. Again, remember I was asking for scale before? They are really good size. Plus, I'm sure you could scale them up or down depending on your needs. Let me go back. Let me see if this has any pictures of them open below. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, tons of pictures of it opened. Tons of pictures. All right. I'm sorry, guys. That's what happens when it's first impression. I don't know exactly how the websites work, but you can get a real good idea of it there. That's really cool. Really cool. What was the other one where I was like, I wish scale-wise, was it the backpack? Oh, no, it was the Fanny Pack. Well, we'll look at the backpack real quick. Okay, not a lot of pictures there. Fanny Pack scale. Let's see if she put this sucker on. No! Darn. Oh, but there's some reviews that you can read through. That's pretty cool. All right, so I wasn't really missing out that much. And then you can bundle the skirt and the dress together. And then you can bundle the fanny pack, the travel set, and the tote bag for $22.40. It's 20% off of each one of them. I really think all 3 of these would make bang out gifts for the holidays. For sure. Not only because they're really cute in the end, but because you, the sewer, the maker, it seems like they're really easy and straightforward and you can just start knocking them out really quickly. I mean, this thing, she said it had 6 seams. So, okay. So that is everything. That is Sarah Kirsten Sewing Patterns. Here are the freebie section. I promised you guys we would look at this. She has something called the Morning Glory Top that you can get for free. You have to give your email and your website. Some tips on a productive, happy, and tidy sewing space. Pouch pattern calculator. Enter the length, width, and height of any size of boxy pouch you want, and the pouch pattern calculator would tell you what size to cut the fabric. Huh. And then she's got another little pouch pattern, the pear pouch pattern. This is the inside of it, I'm assuming. And then 101 hashtags, self-drafting tips, a lot of fun stuff there. Okay, let me download this top so we can get an idea of what her instructions are like, and I will be right back. Okay, so I just put in my information. I had to give her my email and my first name. That was it. But I wanted to point out that the name field says your beautiful first name. Aww, that's so sweet. I love stuff like that. And then this one says send them to me, and this button says get them meow, like now, like for a cat. Okay, let me go open up the PDF. Okay, so that was really easy. The PDF was just in an email. There was a little note from her, which was really sweet. Carefully read through. And this is, I'm assuming, what all of her sewing patterns look like. So some information on measurements, a whole worksheet for calculating your measurements. Oh, because this one does not have pattern pieces. It's literally just a square. So she walks you through basically drafting your own almost zero waste. Almost. So we go through all these instructions. You can see the illustrations are really nice. They're like done digitally, not hand drawn. Nice big pictures. It's almost like each step gets its own page. You know what I mean? Like step 9 with the instructions, and then this huge image to show you, to illustrate what you're supposed to be doing. And then we get some pictures that aren't super great, but I guess it helps you see better what's going on there. And then that's it. Enjoy your new beautiful morning glory top. And then she has some Instagrams and hashtags and all of that. So, all right. And that is our look at Sarah Kirsten sewing patterns. As always, I'd love to know what you guys think. I imagine that a lot of you are going to say that the designs are just way, way, way too simple for you, which is fine, of course. But I really appreciate that there's someone out there whose aesthetic is more simple and elegant, and that she's able to put her creativity to work, create things that, you know, people with the same similar aesthetic might enjoy. That's all what creativity is, sewing is, fashion is. So even if it's not your aesthetic, I challenge you to kind of look at it from a different perspective and see if you cannot find the beauty in it, even if you might never make it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really do think this dress is going to end up in my stash. I'm excited about it. Okay, let me know what you guys think. I will see you all very soon. Bye.